Hi, I'm Joe Dante. This is Trailers from Hell. Boris Karloff is yet another mad doctor in a movie that's sort of like a Universal picture, but sort of like a Warner Brothers picture, in that it's kind of a gangster picture, but it's kind of a horror film. Anyway, it never quite decides what it wants to be, but it's an interesting picture. Black Friday.
Recently, newspapers and magazines everywhere carried an amazing story. Reporters saw Dr. Manly Hall hypnotize actor Lugosi to give reality to a scene in Black Friday. Horror-struck, they witnessed the hypnotized actor's mortal agony as Lugosi actually experienced the terror of suffocating to death in a closet.
Let me out, please!
The publicity stunt used to sell this picture has spurred controversy for years. Was Bela Lugosi actually hypnotized on the set, or what? Anyway, it must have appealed to Bela to finally get some decent publicity after being demoted to a supporting role as a mobster instead of starring in the role Karloff plays. The idea had been for Bela to play the scientist who transplants the brain of dying gangster Karloff into the head of his best friend, an absent-minded professor also played by Karloff. But in the end, Boris took the Mad Doctor role, and versatile Stanley Ridges played the professor, who occasionally reverts to his gangster persona, and Bela got the short end of the stick as usual and shares no scenes with Karloff.
How'd you get it?
The coppers shot me. It's only a scratch.
How'd you get it?
Well, don't ride me. It's your fault anyway.
Mine?
Yeah.
We'll take that box.
Go ahead and shoot. You want to dive 200 feet for it?
Keep him covered.
The lesser-known Ridges really carries the picture, which under Arthur Lubin's snappy direction plays more like a Warner Brothers picture than a Universal. Scripter Curt Siodmak seemed to have a thing for brains and transplants, as they pop up pretty routinely in scripts for House of Frankenstein, Creature with the Atom Brain, and Earth vs. the Flying Saucers, not to mention Donovan's Brain and its sequel Hauser's Memory. This is probably the least of the Karloff-Lugosi combinations, and was as such run very seldom on the shock package, because it really appeared to be more of a gangster picture than a monster movie. But over the years, it's gained a certain amount of traction, simply because, it's a good story.